Australia with a new camera. Both is just arrived from Amazon.
Hello guys, I'm from Amazon.
This is the first one, this is the second one.
Nice, I love this.
We are just upgrading a little bit the quality. What do you think?
Good.
Good? Works?
Good.
Works. What's up? Today I'm here in Corsica. This is the beautiful view from the Airbnb we are staying here. I'm here with my family. Been here already like 5-6 days. We're actually already leaving tomorrow. Going back to the grind. Yeah, because these days, yes, I have my PC. I've done a little bit of work, but I've never gone over the 2 hours a day, which I basically went from doing like 11 hours a day to 2 hours a day, which is pretty insane. It was not necessarily needed, but still it really depends what you really value, and I do value both things. I do value building things, and I do value actually staying with my family, but I do value the time that I stay with my family way more than the time that I stay building the business, because there is this kind of saying that the time you spend on the business, like 80% of the time you spend working is usually wasted time, and it's only that 20% that actually do the thing. So if in these moments you can figure out that 20% that can actually move the needle, I think it's way more important. Now, does this mean that I know what's that 20%? No, I don't. Indeed, these days I've just worked for on small tasks for Exchange Life. I've never done anything for the other brand besides taking some pictures, but yeah, it's just basically what I've done. Just been enjoying, to be honest, the time that I spend with my family, because for me it's way more important than anything else. I know it's not gonna be forever like this, so I make the most out of it. I wanna make the most out of it, and if this means also working less for some days, it's fine. For me, it's fine. It really depends what you really prioritize. This is just what I kind of came to a conclusion at. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's just my way of seeing things. Doesn't mean it is right, but doing some work. Just came back here in Italy. Just arrived this morning. Slept tonight in the ferry on the floor, because I mean, I guess we adapt to every situation that we have. I think it's still a good thing to have, especially in the beginning stage, where you can start to afford things, but you can't afford everything, of course. Or even when you are at higher stages, you can never afford everything. For example, right now there were no cabins in the ferry, so we had to sleep on the floor. I feel like it's still a good thing to have, like this kind of ability to adapt to everything and not complain, because I was still traveling, so who cares? Like, I'm in business class, I'm not in business class on the plane, who cares? I'm still traveling, I'm still so privileged. And then yeah, it will come the time when I'll also be able to afford those for me, for who travels with me and everything, but it's just not right now. Right now is not the time. It's time to just put the head down. Indeed, I arrived at home today and just did, I worked until now. It's 6 p.m. doing some workout right now, and then yeah, I'm going back to work. I sent an image to a friend of mine telling him back to the comfort zone, because at the end of the day, being at your place with your desk, your computer, maybe another screen on top, that's like my ideal situation. Like a cup of coffee, I don't really need anything else. Some focus, some music, maybe some podcasts. Today I listen to a lot of podcasts. Of course it's gonna become hard, because it is hard. I still have a shit ton of things to do today that I haven't get done yet. Just going back to my workout. I've been off for basically 2 weeks. God damn. Okay, so for some reason these days I'm so willing to put my hands into practice. That said like this is not right, but I don't know, I just wanna do manual work, testing some shit. So what I'm gonna do now is literally go into the garage and open up product that we have, because I want to see if it's actually doing its job, but it looks like so. Damn, bro! We have the garage here. Old style house. I'm just gonna open it up, and my idea to open this stuff, we're gonna use this small one. Just place what I need to place here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I don't think it's the safest way to do it, but we will give it a shot, because why not? Okay, I managed to open this stuff. This is actually crazy. I managed to take out also the basically part, which is pretty insane, and it's also actually really thick. Every time I go out of my computer, I just try to do this shit. It reminds me of when I was a kid, that I would just like build stuff with wood. With my father, we built one of the kitchen houses there. I think we built also this one for the rabbit. I remember I was building like small shelves to get my mother to the inside of her wardrobe and stuff, and she was paying me, I don't know, 1-2 euros for stuff, which is pretty insane. And yeah, I mean, it just reminds me of that, and how much, like, once in a while I actually like to put my hands out there really building. I think that's the goal, I guess. This was actually interesting. This product we didn't even started launching ads yet, but I don't know, I fucking wanna improve this product already and make it really, really good in a way that it's really an amazing product, like a 10 out of 10 product. I feel like right now it's a 7 out of 10 product, it's not a 10 out of 10. But if a 7 out of 10 product can work, it means that a 10 out of 10 product can make something even bigger. I'm surely not gonna start studying how to improve the product, but I'm writing down all the ideas on how I can make it better, how we can make it better. It's cool, man. Also trying to understand how to use this camera. First time for me owning an actual camera. And also making videos in English is for me more interesting to make for some reason. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get a direction for this, and starting to understand like what do I want to go with YouTube as well, like what's my vision with this. And I also feel like that making one video every 2 weeks is way more it's of course like easier than making one video every week, but it also allows me to put out better content probably, and more footage, so not just me talking in front of the camera for like 10 minutes on the same place in the same house, but just recording different clips during the week and put them together. And then actually I want to add like this reflection part for the parts that actually like matters, especially for the kind of down moments. Reflecting back on them, I think it's always important, even if it's just like for a week or like a week or 2 weeks after. It gives you a better perspective, and talking to the camera literally allows me to express myself to myself, not to someone else, to myself. I'm doing this to myself again, for myself. The reason why I wanted to dissectionate, and also the reason why I want to actually like improve on it and do something with it, is because I was looking at one of the guys that I barely met, but he's a good friend of a friend of mine, and what he built is actually like insane. It's a product I want to buy too. I'm gonna buy it probably when I have a little bit more money, but actually improved on something like crazy, and he probably made it good, like really good. The company is big and is building something cool, and I love how for the like short moment that I kind of like saw him around, he's a super nice guy as well. For what I've heard also from other times where I saw him speaking like on YouTube or stuff, just cares about building. I surely wanna speak with him in the future, because yeah, he's just a nice guy. Looks like it's just a nice guy again, who builds like cool things which actually brings value, which for me is also a big thing, something that I want to work on, like bringing actual value, not only again to people, but also I want to do it also on another level, which is on the planet side. So I want to understand which other ways, like which other materials we can actually use to make it. And again, this is an improvement on the product, which not ready to make yet, but will be in the future, because I want to make it kind of eco-friendly in some way. This is like something we can surely improve on, and it's probably one of, not necessarily the easiest thing, but probably a cool thing also that I want to do. I don't know, man, just trying to understand a bit, not only how the camera works, but how life works, I guess, because it makes no sense for me. For me, it really has no meaning for now. Like, what's the real point of everything? I don't know. Now, stop to these questions. I'm just going back to work, because today I've only worked for Exchange Life. I haven't still made anything for this new brand, so I think it's time to go and work on it right now. So I was basically just doing some random research on ChatGPT on like moving residency to Hong Kong and China, because to be honest, that's my main goal with like life stuff and shit. I really like China, so I will be living there. Like, I fucking know this. I will get the Chinese ID. Like, it's not a question of if, it's more of a question of when. And a step towards it will be like getting residency in Hong Kong. There are two options available. One is actually finding a Chinese girl, marry her, and after 5 years, like, they give you the visa to stay in China. The second option is actually doing the Hong Kong first, so fucking making something big, exit it for like multiple millions of dollars, and then invest like 4 million USD in the Hong Kong economy, so they actually grant you the visa there and residency. Or there is also the intermediate part where basically having like an Hong Kong LLC, you can just rent like an office, hire some employees, show that there is actually business activity in Hong Kong, and they actually also give you a visa. I feel like in I would say even 2 years I could be there. Like, I could be in that position to just having an office in Hong Kong, maybe hire one employee or something there, part-time, whatever, and try to actually get the visa like that. I feel like that's the first way of doing it, and I feel like in even just probably 1 year, 2 years, it can be a reality. I just spent a bunch of hours today researching on all the reports we already have for this new product. So it's actually interesting. We can make some nice claims as well, and it's cool to see that it's also verified that it actually works. So it's great. It's a good product. It's gonna be big. I just gotta work. That's the reality. Like, it's all fun and games, but at the end of the day, like, you have to work, which gives also purpose. So I don't feel like it's bad. It's actually nice. Cooking with a G. Just went outside, probably recording. Who knows? Look at that. And look at that. Damn. Bit of music. Just been working, which is cool. It's recording. What's up, fam? I'm here again in the little gym doing a quick workout. I wanted to reflect on one thing, because literally before, like, I was talking to a friend. I literally told him in a bit I'll be in Cyprus and I will not have, like, I won't have any distractions. What I meant by distractions was like being around with my best friend, being around with my parents, being on holidays with my family. Like, those, in the technical terms, I think are all distractions. But realistically, I don't mean them as a distraction. If they were not there, everything I do would not really make sense. I think you get what I mean. Like, we all have probably those people that really mean something to us. And for me, these are the people that really mean something to me. Like my family, specifically my parents and my best friend. So just wanted to reflect on this and think about the term like distraction. Like, what really is a distraction? Because if my true values are related to these people, why would I define them as a distraction? I don't think it's that big of a deal, of course. Like, as long as I know my values, as long as I really know what I value and what I want, I guess, out of this life, out of this period of my life, I think it's all good as long as I know it. Doesn't matter if other people know it. It doesn't matter if other people agree on it or disagree. As long as it's fine with me and the way I do things, I feel like it's alright. Because at the end of the day, it's my life. As like everything you do should be done for your life, not for someone else's life. So yeah, I just wanted to reflect quickly on this. But as I said, tomorrow I go to Cyprus. I'm going there for a little bit more than 2 weeks, and then the real shit coming out. Keep it a secret. I want to reveal it now. The real big trip, nice trip, finally. But yeah, I mean, this was just a little ramble. Just arrived here in Cyprus. We stay here for about 2 weeks, a little bit more. Nothing crazy. To be honest, a little bit of focus, a little bit of work. This is gonna be the place where I work. Where last time I came to Cyprus, I just worked from there. Being the second time that I actually come here, and I've already been here 1 month, like a couple of weeks ago. It's not that big of a change. So right now the weather is also better, so I can actually not use this motherfucker, but just keeping the window open. And yep, I just arrived. Now I think it's about almost 1 a.m. let's say. I'll probably doing a little bit of work, then going to sleep. Nothing crazy. I thought I had fucking crackers that I could hit, but I finished them. See you guys in the next days. You're in Cyprus. Just did a small realization. Basically, yesterday I bought a monitor online just because I want to be able to like work a little bit better. Something I watched a podcast of Matt Kelly that talk about it. Like, if you're actually gonna put in the work, if you want also to improve on this little aspect of your environment, like having a monitor, having something, not necessarily a monitor, but something that actually makes the environment better, is like a good investment. And in this case, for me, the monitor actually helps. And I just realized one fucking thing. I could have not bought it and just use this. This is fucking huge, and it has the HDMI port, like the one that you fucking need to connect the computer. I could have just bought a cable that connects the true HDMI and then use this as a monitor. Fucking dumb, bro. I just had it in front of me, like I didn't even think about it. Alright, so I just had a call with a guy I work with, super nice guy. We were just talking, it was a pretty long call, talking about different stuff, super actually interesting, but did some realization also on my side. This is why I actually like these calls, like they actually make you think and have you different realizations on different aspects of life, not necessarily only business, depends what you talk about. In this case, I really thought how we are all in different stages of our life and how you can actually kind of predict like where you're gonna be by just talking with someone who is a couple of steps ahead of you, maybe more than a couple, and is doing bigger things, is already at another level, because this is another stage of its life. I think it's also not necessarily like defined by age. One thing I thought about is that if you actually do and go towards the same path that this person ahead of you went through, like what's the likelihood of you not actually achieving that result if you do kind of not necessarily the exact same things, but maybe even doing them better and learning from the mistakes of this person. Like you can reach his level if you are smart enough to actually do the things and just put in the work and realize how actually you can improve on these things. I feel like it's, well, what's really the likelihood of not achieving that? I don't know. I've been just thinking about this. It doesn't mean that what I say is actually true, because to be honest, on a lot of means I know nothing. I'm just a guy. I haven't done anything, accomplished anything of what I want to achieve yet. I'm not necessarily in the beginner stage, but still, I am actually pretty a beginner still. I feel like if I follow this path of this guy that I work with, I'm actually gonna achieve what he has achieved. He is gonna achieve even more, and I'm actually gonna achieve even more, not than him, but than what like I am right now, because I'm following the same path. And this other guy that I was talking to, like he's a couple of years younger than me, and he's going through his path, like just different stage of life, but it's just cool. And I don't know what's my point in all of this, but remember, work still needs to get done, still need to fly and work a lot. That said, I'm actually just probably going to sleep right now. I was figuring out a little bit the camera. It's too dark. Yeah. I just did some photo shoot. Actually interesting doing also this stuff. This time I have a camera, so I can actually do some nice pictures and everything. But I always use also my phone, so I don't really need a camera to start. I always did everything on my iPhone 13, not even the best like options. Yeah, now going back to work. On Exchange Live, I have a weird reflection. Basically, I was watching one of my old videos in Italian, like dating back 10 months ago. I was back in Taiwan, And I was talking about me basically going to a street in Taiwan that is basically an area with a lot of universities and stuff, a lot of campus, lots of young girls. So I was just trying to approach on a very basic level, like asking, oh, where's the bubble tea shop or some shit like this. And I just noticed that the girl that I met 3 months ago, which I keep chatting with, like she's a nice girl. I met her in Chongqing in China. I literally met her the same way, just on a better level, because I was a little bit more confident. I just asked her to order me my fucking bubble tea because I didn't understand anything on the menu and I didn't want to use the translation tool. So I just asked her to order me that and then got the WeChat, whatever, went out a couple of times. Now I'm willing to see her again. Like, it's been 3 months now. But I was just thinking, like, literally 10 months ago, I was doing this shit back in Taiwan and I wasn't confident at all. I'm not saying that now I'm confident and everything, but still, there is a better level. And after only 10 months, I just feel like it's cool. Because if you think, like, this is not even 10 months, like 7 months. If you think every, let's say, 7, 8 months, you progress on every single aspect of life, like, what the fuck are you gonna become? I don't know, it's just a reflection I wanted to make. It doesn't need to make sense. Yeah, going back to work now. Look at this shit. Come on. Look at that. Insane. Literally walking from here. I got my computer here. Oops. And then there is this motherfucker. So beautiful. Damn. Just insane. This is one of the most beautiful thing about Cyprus. Is that you get crazy fucking sunsets. I know it's not the only place on earth that has so beautiful sunsets. I feel like also Cape Town, from what I've seen, but many other places like in the world. It's insane that I literally edit from my house. I'm here working again, and then there is the sunset there. Like, it's fucking insane, and I'm so glad and actually so happy of this because I love the sunset. Like, I've already talked about this, just love it. Like, it gives me good vibes, good shit. With some music, it's even better. Yeah, come back to work.